Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Miss Linda C. Jones, the YouTube variety channel that incorporates a myriad of topics including health. Before getting into this video, I must share with you a little bit of a health disclaimer. I am not a doctor or healthcare professional, so by all means, before beginning any type of health regimen, check with your personal physician. And by all means, I would encourage you to do your research. There's lots of research out there, including right here on this wonderful forum called YouTube that I love, where you'll find many, many aspects of health, including natural healing doctors, chiropractors, naturopaths, and other doctors who can validate and back up some of this information if this is a route that you so choose to do. Okay, so let's get into this video entitled "To Keto or Not to Keto?" That is the question, but what is the answer? Well, sitting before you is a carton of eggs and a package of mushrooms, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. I have been posting a lot on various forms of social media about keto lately, and I would just want to say first and foremost, I applaud keto. I'm not in a full-blown state of ketosis. I don't follow keto to the letter, but I totally respect keto and never say never, because I may be going in that direction based on some of the extraordinary keto recipes that work really well with a plan that I've developed for myself over, time of research and personal experience that has been very positive for me. So what I really want to do this video about is just some general information, and I will probably elaborate more upon this at another time. But what I want to say is that some years ago, a friend introduced me to a book, a wonderful book called Fit for Life. The authors are Marilyn and Harvey Diamond. And I would encourage you to find that book and to read it. It is an extraordinary book because it teaches the principles of food combining. And when we learn about food combining, we begin to have an understanding of the digestive process in our bodies. And one of the big things that this book taught me is that more than any other physical activity, the most strenuous activity that our bodies will go through is the process of digestion. So when we are trying to digest foods that are hard to digest together, and here comes a little keto and many, many health diets, if you want to call it diets, or ways of eating comes in, is that when meat and potatoes are mixed together, they are very hard to digest. They use up a lot of our energy. And if we are at a place in our lives where we want to lose weight or need to lose weight, we can't, because all of our internal energy is being used to digest meat and potatoes. When we eat meats, be it chicken, fish, pork, steak, what have you, and we combine that with vegetables and salad, guess what? Our energy levels are freed up, and we are able to digest the food, and we're able to lose weight. Now, here's the deal. There's many, many healthy ways of eating out there, many, many healthy plans, and there's many plans that are not healthy. For years and years and years, we've all been fed the SAD diet. We've been brainwashed, if you will. The SAD diet stands for Standard American Diet. And now, finally, people are just screaming and crying out, no, that does not work. And when you say keto, people immediately envision extremism, which it's not an extreme way of eating. And they envision, oh, well, someone's just drinking a tub of lard and they're eating bacon and eggs all day, which, by the way, you can get really healthy by having bacon and eggs and eliminating carbs. And guess what? There's many, many healthy ways out there of eating, and I know some people are into the calorie counting, and I applaud you if you are. I'm not. And here's what I want to encourage you upon as well. We have to find something that's healthy that works for us. And there's many, 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 many contributing factors because we're all individuals. And so a lot of times it breaks down things like our jobs. What is our lifestyle in terms of our job? What are the hours that we keep in terms of our jobs and other things? And what is our personality? And what, do we like counting? Are we accountants? Are we money people? Do we work in finance as a CPA? Well, generally, if we do that, I think for people that do that and love that and are inspired by that, they probably would enjoy calorie counting all day. Not to generalize, but these are some things about dear friends that I've observed. So therefore, if you're on some sort of healthy plan, that will most probably work for you. But if you're not into counting calories, as I am not, that doesn't work for me. One of the things that I love about the Fit for Life way of eating, South Beach, keto, even Atkins, is that you get to eat till you're full. You're not starving yourself. And time again, when people have gained weight back, one of the biggies is that they've learned when they starve themselves, when they're hungry, they gain it back. That's not a sustainable way of eating on a regular basis. And also, just a little note of encouragement not to feel bad. But here's the bottom line. Whenever any of us try anything, because life happens when you're busy making other plans. That's a quote from one of my favorite musicians of all time, John Lennon. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. Life happens to all of us, and we have things that enter into our lives that we have to deal with, and we may go through a period that it's not as easy to stay on our particular plan. And when that happens, weight can pile back on. But if something is healthy and it's tried and true and we know that it works, well, then we can go back to that plan. So back to this amazing book that I read, and I may even read some excerpts for you in future videos, but they're basically not leaving out any type of a food group, but they talk about the different times that you can eat the foods. They talk about eating any and every kind of fruit on an empty stomach first thing when you wake up. One of the reasons is that fruit is the only food that doesn't have to be digested. So if you're eating it on an empty stomach, guess what? When the food goes in, it doesn't have to be digested. Energy is freed up, and you're receiving all the nutrients, the vitamins, the minerals that our bodies so desperately need. One of the things that the book says is that we shouldn't eat fruit right after a meal because it can sit on top of the meal and putrefy. So there should be a window, there should be a time frame between meals if you're going to eat fruits during other times of the day. But when we get to the food combining of meals, they recommend meats with salad and vegetables. Eat till you're full, but don't gorge. Don't overeat, but eat till you're full. And that could be meat, salad, vegetables. And I believe that there are some recipes for pastas, but if that's going to sort of be, I guess, the main ingredient in your meal, then you would not mix it with meat, with fats. You would mix it with salad and vegetables. When I had lost a lot of weight years ago when I read this book, I found, and this leads into keto or Atkins or the principles of eliminating bad carbs, I found that when I would allow myself to have a meal with pasta, as much as I love pasta, when I would allow myself to have a meal with pasta, guess what? I barely lost any weight that week. So that's something to think about in these principles. But I learned so much from this book, and my energy was freed up. And I noticed that if I would have a quote-unquote cheat day and I had like a phenomenal burger with a potato, which who doesn't love that, right? I felt heavy. It took a while to digest. I felt full. I did not have the energy that I would normally have. And so there's something to think about with that whole digestion thing. So there's a lot of amazing keto recipes out there, and it aligns with this book that taught me so much about the scientific aspects of what goes on in our bodies when we consume food. So what I would suggest to each and every one of you out there is to do your research and do some research about food combining. You may find a scenario that works for you where you can lose lots of weight if you need to lose lots of weight or a certain amount of weight, or if you just want to be healthy. Because keep in mind, when you eat this way, if losing weight is what you want to do, that's great. But a myriad of health benefits follows if you do this, plan. So I'm going to elaborate a little bit more upon these eggs and this particular brand of eggs and how these eggs are raised on another video. But let me just give a little bit of a shout out. And again, any of you wonderful people out there that I'm promoting your product, if you would like to align with me for some sort of affiliate marketing, I would love to promote your products, because I am incredibly passionate about the products that I present to you here on my YouTube channel. So, mushrooms. I won't talk about any particular brand right now, but let's get into this for just a moment. KETO Farms, raised right here, KETO Farms located right here in Louisiana, my hometown, my home state, I should say. KETO Farms says that happy hens are raised on the pasture. I guess that's what makes them happy. And then right below it says happy hens on green grass, hand gathered on our family farm. That's KETO Farms, non-GMO, soy-free. So this is another video for another time, but why are pasture-raised eggs so important? Well, they're not in a cage, and they're not being injected with all sorts of hormones that are unhealthy for us. They're able to completely roam freely and eat the grass and eat what it is that they're roaming on, the ground that they're roaming on, and those minerals and vitamins and nutrients that they need, we need. So when we eat those eggs, when we consume those eggs, we're consuming the healthy nutrients that they have consumed. Sometimes cage-free can be very, very confusing and misleading, because it may mean that they're a few feet or a few inches away from the cage. So that's something to definitely think about when purchasing eggs. And you know what? We may not always be able to afford some of these products, so we do the best that we can. And if what you can afford are regular eggs to begin your health journey, by all means, buy the regular eggs. And if you can and you want to, when you can afford these type of eggs or some of the other healthcare products that I promote, then by all means incorporate it then. And I think you'll find over the long run, over the long haul, because of the benefits that you're receiving health-wise, it's well worth the effort. And you may even find that it ends up becoming less expensive in the long run. So maybe I'll do a video. I think I should do a video just on pasture-raised eggs. But I think I've given you enough information here to do your own research about pasture-raised eggs. So anyway, check out some keto recipes. There's tons of them online. Check out food combining. Check out this book by Marilyn and Harvey Diamond called Fit for Life. It is phenomenally life-changing. And so to keto or not to keto, that is the question. At some point, maybe I will go full-blown keto, but I have certainly been incorporating many keto recipes into my life because I love fruit and because of the health benefits and what I learned from Fit for Life. I do pretty much still do fruit in the morning on an empty stomach before beginning my day, or I will consume fruit an hour or 2 hours isolated from meals to get those benefits. So those are my healthy carbs, and I know I should probably do a video on that, healthy carbs versus non-healthy carbs. But anyway, I would love to hear from you in the comment section down below. Have you ever read the book Fit for Life? Are you on keto? Do you incorporate a little of keto, Fit for Life, South Beach, Atkins, etc.? Are you on some other plan that has worked for you? So, whatever it be, I hope your plan is a healthy one. And let's support one another and lift one another up and help one another get through this thing that we call life. I think I'm quoting Prince there. Shout out, love that man's music. But yeah, let's help each other get through life. Let's help each other and support one another, because when we have a supportive community, when we have people that care about us and love us and want the very best for us, isn't life a lot better than when someone just knocks you down and all they're focused on is someone's size, instead of thinking about, well, what has that person gone through? Maybe there are physiological reasons that this person can't lose weight. How about that, huh? How about a myriad of topics as to why weight loss can be so challenging? But we can support one another, people. We can be there for one another. And so I guess that's all. This video is ran a little bit longer than I would have liked it to have run. But I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you for liking my videos, commenting on my videos, and subscribing to my channel. And if you have not yet had an opportunity to subscribe to my channel, Miss Linda C. Jones, I would just cordially invite you to consider subscribing. I would love to share this journey with you and share your journey with you by interacting with you. Thank you so much, everybody. May God bless and keep you all. Bye.